Welcome back to the channel, you guys. My name is Brittany, and if you're new here, I am a part-time reseller. Today, we're going to be specifically talking about selling on Poshmark and the secret behind being able to make daily and consistent sales. And spoiler alert, if you can't tell by the title already and the thumbnail, it's about a taboo topic here in reselling, and that is automation. You guys have asked about it, so let's talk about it. Before we get into today's video, I just want to kindly thank our sponsor, PrimeLister. They're actually the company that I use for my automation services. I reached out to them, asked them if they wanted to collaborate on a video, and they said yes. So thank you so much for sponsoring me. I've honestly really been enjoying all of their services that they've offered. I've been using them since earlier this year. So ever since I did my last video on how I relist with PrimeLister, you guys have been asking about how I use their automation service. So today I'm gonna walk you through how I use PrimeLister's Poshmark automation service and give you like a step-by-step walkthrough and kind of just chat about my favorite features, how I use them, why I use them, and how I consistently make those daily sales while not really actively listing and only really working maybe 5 to 10 hours max a week. And also, before hopping into this video, I just want to kind of lay out some ground rules. I really wanted to define what automation is, but according to IBM, automation, and I quote, encompasses everything activities both mundane and business critical. Basic automation is programmed to perform a repetitive task so humans don't have to. So basically moving manual processes to automated processes, usually in the form of a computer program. And this ultimately saves you time from having to do those repetitive processes so you can keep moving your business forward and in that upward trajectory and just keep the business growing and kind of just use your time more wisely. Sometimes companies like Poshmark can create these automated processes within their own business, and sometimes they hire it out through other third parties or different services. So within the company, with Poshmark, we see automation in how they send out emails. Most companies do it with their email marketing, or just automatically when you place orders, all of that automation. You know, when they extract your data from all of your sales, that is automation. And those, I'm sure we all have heard it or come across it whenever we have to talk with customer service or input a report. We usually get automated responses, and if it's deemed necessary, it'll eventually go to a human, but hopefully initially, to keep their time from being wasted, they have automated processes and programs set up to keep the business going. So that is what automation is in a nutshell. So us as Poshmark sellers, we can use automation to help us eliminate a lot of those repetitive tasks, which is what we're going to talk about today, the Poshmark automation service that I use with PrimeLister. And also, before I get comments about this too, we are just going to quickly review Poshmark's terms of service together with their conditions specifically on third-party services. So I'm going to pull that up right now and we can read it verbatim. And I will go ahead and make sure to have this on the screen as well. So the first part basically just talks about their rights to be able to use third-party services in relation to you and your content. So you don't really have a say in that. But starting about here halfway down, quote, you are responsible for evaluating whether you want to access or use such third-party services, and in certain circumstances where required or applicable, may opt out from such third-party services available outside of the Poshmark network, or may choose to not utilize such third-party services at any time. So basically what they're saying is, it's up to you whether you want to use these services or not. That is on you. It is not on Poshmark. We reserve the right to suspend third-party services at any time. So they of course have the right to change their terms and conditions at any given time. That's also said earlier in the terms and conditions, but at the moment, this is what they have for third-party services. You should review any applicable terms and or privacy policies of that third-party service before using it or sharing any information with it, because you may give the operator permission to use your information outside of what you have agreed to herein. Poshmark is not responsible for, nor endorses any features, content, advertising, products, or other materials on or available from such third-party services. So basically what they're saying is it's up to you. It's your choice. They are kind of just guiding you to do your due diligence and read the terms and conditions of these other third-party services if you you do choose to use them. So that is where Poshmark currently stands with their terms and conditions with third-party services. In the reselling world here on YouTube, we have talked about many different third-party services that resellers use because reselling is a business, and ultimately most businesses, I would like to think, like to grow, and automating very repetitive processes is a fabulous way to keep your business growing and not really plateauing. So the reason why I like PrimeLister is because it's just a Google Chrome extension. I don't have to give them any of the usernames that I have, any of the passwords that I have. Unlike when I had a virtual assistant, like a real human, I had to give that information to them, and I didn't really like that. So I like the Google Chrome extension. It's only used on your desktop computer when your internet is open, well, your Google Chrome. I think you have to have Google Chrome since it's a Google Chrome extension. I like that I don't have to give them my information. It's an extension, basically a program that runs kind of like behind the scenes when you have it open. So you never have to give that account information, and you are ultimately telling it what to do. I also like that they're so confident in their business that they offer you a free 7-day trial using my link in the description, and there is no credit card required. You can use it free of charge. I just really value that, especially when I started using them. So I really like that I didn't have to commit. At first, I could give it a try, and if I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, I didn't, but I did end up liking it, and so I did purchase a service through them. I actually purchased all of their services through them. Yeah, if you decide that you want to use one or multiple services from them, the link in the description also gives you 30% off your first month's service, or you can still get 30% off of your annual payment if you decide that you want to pay it in full and not have to do it every single month. But I will talk about that later. And of course, there is no ban risk because one, Poshmark says really it's up to you whether you decide you want to pay for a service like this or not. It is not on them, it is on you as a business owner. And then two, it's a nice Chrome extension program where you don't have to give it all this information. You tell it what to do, and it's like your nice, cute little built-in virtual assistant that helps you make more sales and make more consistent sales and ultimately make more money. Even more importantly, it helps you to save more time. So let me show you how I do that. All right, so now let's hop over to the screen recorder. So if you click on the link in my description, it will take you to this page. PrimeLister's home screen. You can go ahead and put in your name and email address, and then you can go ahead and get started for free with all of their services. Actually, there's no credit card required, like I said earlier, and there is a 7-day free trial. You can cancel at any time. And I don't think I mentioned it earlier. I know I mentioned it in my last PrimeLister video, but the other services that they offer is cross-listing. They also offer relisting services. I also use them a lot for Mercari. I know this video is not about Mercari, but about Poshmark, but I also use them a lot with Mercari. So I've done a video on relisting. I also use them for cross-listing, of course, and then of course for Poshmark automation to help me with all my Poshmark tasks as well. So if you're interested in a cross-listing video and how I use PrimeLister for that, then leave a comment in the description below and I will work on getting that for you guys. But I also wanted to mention, I know this video is specifically about Poshmark, but if you were interested in their other services like cross-listing, they are across, I want to think 5 or 6 different platforms. Yes, here we are. So they're on Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, Mercari, and eBay. So they're on 5 right now, and I know they're working on integrating a few more marketplaces as well. One thing I do really like about PrimeLister is their customer service is fabulous. They always get back to you within 24 hours. And if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see from them, you can also let them know, and they're pretty quick about putting it in. So I do love that about them. They're always constantly updating their application. I think it's when it pops up, it's like update the extension. So yeah, anyways, moving forward, let's go to what this video is about, Poshmark automation. All right, so their auto sharing obviously gets noticed, drive sales, stay up to date, and save time, which I have been preaching a lot. So with Poshmark, there are so many different things that you have to do to be able to make sales. And the main thing for me is sharing your items constantly and sending offers to likers. That, my friends, is how I make my sales over there. And PrimeLister just helps me to eliminate having to do it myself, to be completely honest, so I can use my time more effectively elsewhere. I have secret projects going on. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but You guys will hopefully find out about that soon. So you can manage your closet and boutique sales seamlessly, manage all profile interactions automatically from a single point to monetize your closet and boutique, share, like, follow different closets and profiles on autopilot. So before we jump into, I'll show you, it'll be easier for me to show you exactly how I use it. But before we get into that, I know a lot of people are gonna ask about it. The pricing, I'm somebody that, like, you guys know me at this point, I like to be transparent and upfront in the beginning about it all. So PrimeLister, I actually think, is very fair with their pricing. So they currently are at $19.99, so $20 a month for their entire Poshmark automation service. But if you do click my link, then you automatically get 30% off your first month, or you can also get 30% off your entire year if you decide to do that as well. Or if you want to do your first month, just to try it out a little bit more and then do the year, it works for that as well. So the 30% off, so that'll end up being about $14 a month. So that includes auto sharing to followers, auto sharing to parties, sharing inventory continuously. I love that. Reverse sharing, it keeps your order. You can auto follow and unfollow. I don't personally do that very much. I have started to dabble with it, but I personally don't think that necessarily helps drive my sales. I think it's more of the sharing. And then this next one, sending bulk offers, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I love it so much. Closet count, country support, so you can use it in the US, Canada, or Australia if you guys have Poshmark. So we have something that works worldwide, or at least where Poshmark is. The auto feed liker, custom randomized share speed, which I really want to show you. I know I had somebody in the comments asking me about that, and it can be a little tricky to find that or know exactly what to put. So we will definitely talk about that. And unlimited automatic, you know, the little thing that pops up and it's like, where are all the traffic lights or the crosswalks? It has an automatic solver for that. And then, of course, like I said earlier, frequent updates and 24/7 priority support. So those are all the features that they offer. We are, of course, going to walk you guys step by step on what it currently looks like with the extension, how to download that, and then how to use it. Okay, so obviously, I already have an account. I'm gonna log in real quick. Once you have an account, it's going to look similar to this page. If you need to know how to download the extension if you don't have it already, it's on this home screen. Just navigate to the right, how to install PrimeLister extension, click that. And then all you have to do is say, click here and install PrimeLister extension. It'll redirect you to Google Chrome extensions, and here it would say add or remove. For you guys, if you don't have it, it would say add. For me, it says remove because I already have it. And then it'll automatically get on your Chrome. So once you have that, then whenever you are already, I'm sure you guys are already automatically logged into your platforms, all you have to do is navigate to that website. So let's go to Poshmark. All right, so here we are. And then you guys, it's kind of, I like their new update. It's kind of a little bit more incognito where their extension lies. It's actually over here in this button. But before we get to that, no, it even tells you here, go to listing page. You're gonna wanna go and navigate to your closet, since that is where you need to do your stuff. So the main thing with Poshmark, the most repetitive thing that you have to do to be able to make sales is sharing your items, because when somebody is up here in the search bar looking for something, when they search for it, it's gonna be automatically filtered by just shared. So having something to automate that process of sharing for you is almost essential. Poshmark has quickly become my top performing platform because of the service that I pay for that helps me with it. I really attribute it to that. So let's just say you want to get the service to share your items for you. So how are you gonna do that? So over here, once the extension is loaded, you're gonna click on this dark blue and white button. You can open PrimeLister by clicking here. And since I have all of their services, it automatically has listing actions for me, but I'm gonna navigate over here to Poshmark Assistant. And then, I know it's a little crazy at first, but I'll walk you through it real quick. All right, so this first button, you can click on that and it'll redirect you to your assistant analytics. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. Basically, it'll just tell you how many shares you've done or how many bulk offers you've done. or how many bulk offers you've sent out. So this first button up here in the top left is share to followers, which I use frequently. You can share to a party, you can follow people, you can unfollow people, you can auto like items, which don't do that. I don't know why they have it on here. I guess some people got confused with Poshmark, but auto liking, that basically tells the seller that you're interested in the item, like you want to buy it. And yeah, I think I never use this. I don't know why they have it actually, to be completely honest. And then sending the bulk offer to likers is an option as well. And then you also have the ability to change your settings, your task interval. You can do the quickest, which is each thing is done between 1 to 5 seconds. Each activity is either 1 to 5 seconds long. It'll vary between that interval range, or you can click 5 to 15, which is a medium, or 15 to 30 seconds, which is quite slow. I automatically have mine set between 1 to 5 seconds because when I was sharing it for a long time, I did time myself, and it would take me anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, I would say, to share each of my items. But I think I had close to like 500 or 600 items at my peak, and it was around that time I'm like, you know what, I need to look into getting a service. So, okay, and then you have the ability to do your entire closet or just only share the current page. I have it automatically left on the entire closet because why would I not? So it automatically has it solving all of your CAPTCHAs for you. CAPTCHA? Is that how you say that? I don't know. And then I'll always have it on sharing continuously. And then you can also do it if you want it to share from the bottom up. You can do that as well right there. So right here is the activity log of everything that has happened recently. And these are any scheduled tasks, which I do not have at the moment, but I will definitely show you how to do that because that is one of my favorite features of PrimeLister's automation service. So yeah, let's go ahead and start at share to followers because this is my favorite and most used service. All right, so I will click share to followers. So this little pop-up will come up. All the things in your closet will be shared. Are you sure to share the listings to followers? So let me preface this by it will share all of your active listings. It won't share anything that's inactive or sold. So that's just a little side note right there. So you have the option to either doing it right now, yes, continue, or you can schedule it out. Since we're already here, I'm gonna go ahead and click schedule it out. So you can click up to a week in advance and mark it for whatever time. Just note that on this day and at that time, if you want it to work, you do need to have your Google Chrome internet open because this is a Google Chrome extension. If you're not on Google Chrome, it won't work. So if we wanted it to start on Tuesday the 15th at, I don't know, 8 p.m., then you can mark it for that. But we're not gonna do that. We are gonna share to followers, click yes, continue. It'll automatically pull it up into another tab and start sharing all of your active listings for you. So remember, I automatically had my settings set to 1 to 5 seconds and sharing continuously. So as long as my computer is up and working, my Google Chrome is open, it will share this for me. So I can open up another tab and work on something else, or if I need to leave, I can go and work on something else as well. All these repetitive tasks are a thing of the past. Honestly, this is a game changer. And sharing your items, you'll see, will really help with making daily and consistent sales on Poshmark. And also here at the top, if you are working on your computer, it'll tell you how many items have already been shared. Once it goes through your entire closet and starts over, it'll start back over here at like 13 items or 14. I think I have like 250 or 300 or something like that in my closet right now. So if I know it's been on here a little bit, then it'll restart. I know some people will end up setting it for just like the busiest times when people are on the computer the most. They'll set it for like right in the morning at breakfast time, or they'll do it midday, or they'll do it right after people get off of work from like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And some people will have it set every 2 hours, every 3 hours. Everybody's a little different, but I will just have mine working while I'm working most of the time. My other favorite thing to do is sending bulk offers to likers. You can go ahead and type in here whether you want to do 10% off, you want to do 25% off, you want to hit it hard and send them 30% off with a shipping discount, either $5.95, $4.99, or free. You can do that. But if you don't want to make any, you definitely want to have a minimum earnings in there. Right now I just have $6 because my average cost of goods is $5. You can make this whatever you want. If you just want to send it out, make it no less than 10, then you can do that. Just make sure you're aware of what kind of offers you're sending and the shipping discount. So I'm just going to go ahead. I sent out 15% earlier. I'm going to go do a 20%. And send like a $4.99 and then minimum earnings of 10. So let's go ahead and start that bulk offer. But a pop-up will come up and it says there is currently an ongoing process. So do you want to cancel it first? So that is popping up because it's currently, the extension is using it to share. So if I am in the mood to send bulk offers one day, typically I will start the bulk offers and then just schedule my continuous shares to start like 30 minutes later. So just to show you how this one works, we will click yes, cancel, and then go ahead and continue with the bulk offer. So basically, same kind of thing. It'll work its way through your closet. Look for the likes, which you can see are the little hearts, and it'll send the offer to the likers if you're able to send them. If you currently have an active offer out to them, or you have one, the last offer was better than the one that you're currently sending, it won't automatically send the offer. I think it completely washes away the history of offers after, oh shoot, I want to think like 30 days or 60 days, something like that. But if you're relisting your items, you're getting new likes, then you'll always be able to send those offers. And as you're sharing, you're gonna get more likes throughout the day. And so this will just catch up everybody that you missed maybe the night before. So those are like the main two things that I use, to be completely honest. But I know a lot of people like to follow people on Poshmark. So if you wanted to do that, this is how you would do that. We're just gonna go to this first person that I'm following and go ahead and go to maybe their followers and go ahead and pull open up the Poshmark automation, click follow people. There's an ongoing process like we talked about earlier. The bulk offers to likers is still going on. So if I wanted to cancel that and then now have more followers or follow more people to hopefully get more followers, then I will click cancel and then tell it, yes, I do want to follow more people. So based on your settings, it'll start following those people. Yeah, so you can do that. If you wanted to reverse that, if you didn't want to have as many followers for whatever reason, you could go to your followers and then use the unfollow button. And then if you wanted to share certain items, if you want to share all your items to a party, you can do that there as well. So I think it's kind of self-explanatory about how each of these work. The main ones that I use are the sharing to followers, because that is the way sharing your own items to your followers, or it just shares it in general, is going to keep your items at the top of the search when consumers, customers, like you and I probably, like I'm a buyer and a seller on Poshmark, they get to the top of the feed. So you're more likely to make more sales. This is basically my secret to making sales when I really haven't actively listed anything new in a while, just because I am trying to get rid of a lot of my older inventory, and I have been able to do this via Poshmark because of PrimeLister's automation service. But I have seen that I have been ultimately been able to save the most time with being able to share to my followers and sending bulk offers, and genuinely, honestly, that is how I am making a ton of sales. I will be having I'll be going over my recent sales, I think next week, in the coming week at least. I think I'm going to condense a few months into one, but you'll definitely see that Poshmark always takes the cake, and it's because I pay for a service to help me sell my items more. So there's your secret. So yeah, you guys, those are my favorite PrimeLister Poshmark automation features that I really attribute a lot of my Poshmark success to, because without that, I probably wouldn't be sharing, and I probably wouldn't be sending offers to likers, because honestly, sometimes it's overwhelming. And if you guys struggle with a work-life balance, sometimes a service like this can be really helpful. I'm just being completely honest, and I am one that would argue that your mental health is a little bit more important. So as long as you're paying for these services, or if you're a genius and you know how to make one yourself, then even more kudos to you. But I don't. I have family members that are really good at programming, but I do not. And for me, the convenience of having PrimeLister is fabulous. It is saving me time, and it is making me more sales. Your girl can't ask for anything better. All right, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button on the way out, because it really does support my channel. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to answer them for for you. And then let me know what other type of videos, tutorials, or step-by-step guides that you need, and I will work on making those for you. So that is it, you guys. And once again, thank you to PrimeLister for sponsoring today's video, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye.